Hello, dear viewers. Thank you so much for joining me for today's tarot reading. I ask you to choose the stone that draws you, the one that resonates with your intuition. And we'll begin. All right, for those of you who chose this orange gold stone, we have the Judgment Angel. We have the King of Cups and we have the Ten of Swords. Okay, so you've got clarity and good judgment. And it might be born of a difficult situation that is now coming to completion. 10 is a completion card. This can be something that's really kind of throwing you for a loop. It can be something that once in a while is betrayal. Once in a while it's sacrificing yourself and your well-being too much. Sometimes it's you feel hurt by your thoughts or what somebody else has said. But that 10 is a completion card. And the Judgment Angel is coming out of it. So you're doing a really good job with taking this situation, writing it out with this King of Cups, that's maturity, and using it to come to a decision or get a new clarity about a situation. You know, we human beings, we really are like any other living thing. And just like the butterfly is crippled if it's not allowed to scratch its way out of its own cocoon, and the blade of grass is weak if it isn't buffeted by the winds, we too need some challenge. Now, sometimes the challenge is too much and it just feels like it, takes and takes. But this is about some sort of challenge that's happening that you master, that you are only gaining clarity, only getting smarter, only getting more emotionally resourceful through this. You're only getting wiser and stronger in the way that a river is strong, right? So, it takes the path of least resistance. There's some yielding there, but you're getting stronger. And the 10 of Swords is passing. I mean, that's a completion card. You're going to take whatever it is that's stressful to you today or difficult or feels like it's kind of chipped away at your well-being. You're going to take that and gain new clarity with help from the angels. Look at that. You can also ask for help from the angels and pray. Yeah, absolutely. And this is your maturity. There's been many, many times you've done this very thing. There have been many times, whether you're male or female, gender doesn't matter here in tarot, but there have been many times when you've done this very thing and taken a challenging moment and turned it into greater intuition, wisdom, mastery of your emotions. So there we go. This King of Cups, he's okay with the emotions. See all that turbulence? He's all right with it. It's like, okay, whatever. It doesn't bowl him over because he's all right with it. He rides it. All right. Well, that was an interesting one. For those of you who chose this green aventurine, we have the Hanged Man. We have the 7 of Cups and the 10 of Wands. Wow, interesting. Interesting. Okay, well, something may be kind of overburdening to you right now. Maybe you've got a lot of things on your mind or just a lot to do. Having trouble focusing on one thing at once one thing at a time because it's so much. But the Hanged Man has you in a holding pattern. And in that holding pattern, see, both of these people are having trouble. Gosh, he too. They can't see the path forward, can they now? Wow. He has decided, hey, I'm okay with not seeing the path forward. I'm hanging out here and I'm getting enlightened. I'm using this time to meditate, to get more in touch with myself, to accept the delay as meaningful. So he's all right with not seeing the path forward. He's made a decision. But now this person can't see the path because of all of the cares that he carries. And this person is looking into the clouds, the ether, just not knowing what's coming or what he should pick, or feeling confused maybe even, or dreading, something bad, or do I dare hope for something good? All these cups, so many of these cups contain something good, the unknown. So you are in an interesting place. And I think very likely Spirit is saying, hey, but this is your strongest energy here. This is your major arcana in the reading. This is where it's at for you. Because that's always optional. Always optional, the Ten of Wands is. We don't have to do that. Even if we have a lot of things to do or a lot of things on our mind, we can take a moment to breathe in and out, and meditate and put all of those cares in the hands of a loving source for transformation, for help, for support, for strengthening. We can do that. And then relax. We might have to do it for a number of things, but we can do that. And then we can have more of this. And then we can look to the future, the unknowns, with more hopefulness, less confusion. We're okay with not knowing exactly what's going to happen, because in our hearts, in our minds, in our souls, we've gotten it from Spirit that it's going to be okay. You've had those moments where nothing externally changed in your life. But in that moment, you've changed. Your perspective has changed because Spirit has helped you and you've asked for that help. And you've stepped away from your burdens for a little bit. And you've stepped away from worrying about the future for a little bit. Yeah, so this is very powerful energy with you today. So that is so interesting. For those of you who chose the lime green jade, we have the Hierophant. We have the Victory card, the Six of Wands. We have the Nine of Wands. Okay. So there is something perhaps. The Hierophant, he just represents human institutions created for the greater good, right? The structure. Maybe it's a profession. Maybe it's a religion. Maybe it's a tradition. Maybe it's just the social laws and the things we think we ought to be doing. But the Hierophant can give us a sense of security because we're following some well-established path to our goals. That may be helpful with the Nine of Wands here, suggesting maybe you've had some things that have been difficult and challenging in the past. And so you tend to look out on the future, guarded and at the ready for another battle. So the Hierophant may help you to feel like, okay, all right, I am going by a formula, or I'm going with the help of some human institution or organization, or I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing and trusting that it will work out, or something that might give you a sense of security right now. And the Six of Wands is victory. So obviously to me, victory is coming. Victory is here, maybe. And all you have to do is do what you do. It's okay to get some help. It's okay to go by some sort of traditional, conventional kinds of means of getting there. That's really all right. It's okay to have the help of a profession. This can sometimes be legal issues, help of an attorney, or contracts, or it's okay. It's okay to use that help and support that have that help many human beings to achieve their goals. It's all right. And also then you feel less alone. Like, this guy looks pretty alone. This guy not at all, because we have people cheering him on. So there might be a profession you've been thinking of consulting that would be helpful, or some sort of organization or something that would be helpful. Bring some expertise, bring some structure, bring some tried and true methods. For those of you who chose the yellow jade, we have the Magician reversed. We have the Four of Cups. We have the Eight of Wands. Okay, the Magician reversed. So that power is there. The power to manifest is definitely there. The reversal doesn't negate it. It's definitely there. There's something just a little off about it, a little wonky about it. So, in other words, you may not feel it. That can mean you don't feel it because you've got a lot of things on your mind. You're moving everything forward and doing it well and moving it all together the way it's supposed to go. But that can make it hard to feel like you're manifesting. And the Four of Cups, dissatisfaction. Look at this guy. He's looking at these cups like, I'm not satisfied. I've had so many disappointments. I mean, they're not terrible, but not what I wanted them to be. And here comes another, and I'm just not even messing with it. You know, that's sort of dissatisfaction and closed off, right? Maybe there have been things that just, you know, you thought they'd be emotionally fulfilling and they weren't. So that one of these two things, or something, you know, if these cards mean something to you personally, is making your ability to manifest or to understand your manifesting a little wonky. So maybe this reading is the point at which you say, okay, wait a minute. I can ask Spirit and Source for help. I don't have to do this all on my own. I can ask for a helpful message. I can ask for love and support. I can ask for strength. I can ask for good news, and Spirit may bring it to me. So I can, instead of focusing on what's been dissatisfying, I can turn my attention and say, Spirit, bring me signs, bring me good things, bring me blessings, open up my eyes to seeing them. We can say things like that. And then a lot of times what Source is telling us is, hey, but look at what you're doing. Look at how well you're doing. Do not diminish that. You're doing amazingly, you know? So there we go. I mean, there might be just a lot going on, but you can manifest, absolutely. All right. Well, those are wonderful readings. Thank you so very much for joining me. You take care. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.